my name is Jade. We're members of the class New Step of 49. Learning is not only to win a competition, but also to enjoy the journey. In this course, we have delved into four main topics that relate to our health and entertainment. In this presentation, each member will briefly share about similar topics. Now, without any further ado, let's dive right in. Miss VyVy, what do you have for us?
Thanks, me, Jay, for introducing me. Have you ever felt left out, even when someone is sitting right next to you? That could be because of something called second-hand screen time. Well, second-hand screen time happens when people around you spend too much time on phones or screens, which affects how you feel or how you interact with them. It's like when you are trying to talk to someone, but they keep checking their phone. You are not the one using the screen, but you still feel hurt or disconnected. And this is not just a small thing. A report by The Guardian highlighted that over 4,000 children aged between 9 to 10, revealing that about one-third show signs of problematic screen use, which was linked to a higher risk of depression and suicidal thoughts. Furthermore, a national survey by San Diego State University in the US showed that kids who spent more than 7 hours a day on screen were 2.4 times more likely to experience depression than those who use screen for only 1 hour a day. And more importantly, researchers warned that the emotional effects extend beyond the user. When someone close to you is constantly glued to a screen, your brain interprets that lack of attention as social exclusion, and over time, this kind of disconnection can make others feel ignored, emotionally unsafe, or even invisible, especially children or family members. Secondhand screen time is real, and I'm not joking, but we have some powerful tips for you to solve this problem, which are creating phone-free presence moments. This could mean having dinner together without devices, working side by side without checking notification, or simply holding a conversation with your phone turned face down. So, when we do this, we're not just putting away a device, we're making space for connection, trust, and emotional safety. Because in the end, it's not scrolling on phone that brings us closer, it's how we pay attention to each other. Miss Jana, what snack you have for us?
Thank you, VyVy, for having me. When it comes to feeling, you may sometimes experience the emotional pain or stress from someone else's bad experiences, even if you weren't there when they happened. This phenomenon is often called secondhand trauma, also known as vicarious trauma or secondary traumatic stress. Anyone who engages with trauma survivors or witnesses traumatic events through media or indirectly through others is at risk of experiencing it. Evidence from neurobiological research has shown that when trauma is survived, stresses of the experience remain in the body and the brain, according to Van der Kolk 2015. Much like first-hand trauma, research on vicarious trauma has shown that somatic and emotional memories shared by another source can imprint on the body and the brain of someone else. Last 2025. The dangers of vicarious trauma are real and often cumulative. Vicarious trauma can impact people at many levels: physical, emotional, behavioral, spiritual, cognitive, and relational. To navigate and cope with secondhand trauma effectively, we must proactively engage in self-care. This means nurturing our physical and mental well-being, fostering our inner child and creativity, and diligently establishing and maintaining personal and professional boundaries. After all, remember the power of your breath and the strength of your mindfulness. These simple practices can provide you with immediate grounding and support.
Thanks, Miss VyVy and Miss Jana, for your sharing. Amazingly, both of our journalists were inspired of the topic, the secondhand smoke. Each member has delivered interesting news for us to think about and reminded us of important vocabulary and grammar. I strongly hope that we will stick firmly with our habits of learning English and will apply all what we have learned flexibly when communicating with foreigners. Thank you and see you again in the next episode. From J and V News, I'm Jade.